The University of Oxford is older than the Aztec Empire. The US considered dyeing Mount Fuji black as psychological warfare against the Japanese in World War II. In 1895, the state of Ohio only had 2 cars. Both cars still managed to hit each other. That's quite impressive. Karl Marx's great something grandson has a YouTube channel of him doing parkour. Go subscribe. Thailand offered America elephants during the Civil War. How thoughtful. It's like in Civ when your allies are too far behind in the tech tree and they try helping you. For those that don't understand that reference, don't worry, it's nerd stuff. Moving on. This might be my favourite one. Aeschylus, an ancient Greek playwright, died when an eagle mistook his bald head for a rock and dropped a tortoise on it. Aeschylus was staying outdoors because of a prophecy that he'd die from a falling object. So naturally, he assumed the safest place was outdoors. How wrong he was. Cucumbers used to be considered as food for cows, but were called cowcumbers. That one was a bit shit. During the First Crusade, at the siege of Antioch, Bohemond made a plan to capture the city quicker. He was allowed to camp in the city at night after chatting with a guard. Bohemond and his fellow crusaders put the ladder against the wall and started climbing up it. However, they were all so excited and giddy, they climbed up it all together and too quickly, breaking the ladder and falling. The city still got captured anyways. There was a boxer in ancient Greece who beat his opponent by not throwing a single punch and just by tiring his opponent out. In 1400 AD, 3 guys all claimed to be the Pope at the same time. President Andrew Jackson had a pet parrot. When he died, the parrot attended his funeral. However, the parrot got kicked out for swearing too much. You. African mercenaries hired by Portuguese traders fought for the Japanese in Korea during the Imjin War. I guess that explains this then. King Henry of Jerusalem died when his dwarf Scarlet landed on his head. Imagine getting RKO'd by a dwarf. Could never be me. Touch wood. Abraham Lincoln's son Robert was present at 3 different presidential assassinations. After McKinley, he decided,
"That's it, I'm getting out of here,"
to refuse any more invitations. Probably the best decision. During the nuclear bombs on Japan, some American military members were actually present in Japan that got killed as well. The higher-ups of America found out about these soldiers. They still went ahead. That is brutal. Now this is a popular one, but it still gets me every time. Hitler, Stalin, Trotsky, Freud and Tito were all living in the same area of Vienna in 1913. Someone should honestly make a sitcom about this. In 1230s, the Pope Gregory IX declared a purge on all black cats. You thought I was going to say people, didn't you? He described these black cats as very satanic. Around 500 years ago, wealthy Europeans used to dabble in cannibalism. Why am I not surprised? Bobby Leach was the 2nd person ever to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. He sustained injuries which kept him hospitalized for 6 months. He died 15 years later slipping on an orange peel. And now for the last one. We live closer in time to a T-Rex than the T-Rex did to a Stegosaurus. Dinosaurs were actually here for a very long time, you know.